Welcome back. It is the weekly analysis. Going to just be moderately quick and concise here. A few things for you to look at as we head into this new trading week. We do have a bit of data coming out here today. Today is Tuesday. We have FOMC minutes coming through today, and that will provide us a bit more guidance on what the U.S. plans to do in the moderately short-term window. Overall, people are expecting that price rates will stay the same from the U.S. Fed heading into next year, and potentially even see some sort of rate cut. So as a result, dollar has been weakening, as I've been highlighting for weeks now. Overall, we're looking for a pullback relative to this daily leg. Here's some notes for you if you would like to pause this video and take a peek. Overall, again, looking for a retraction, a pullback relative to this overall leg here from daily supply and this level. Now, this is our last major continuation supply level here, so we could see some sort of shallow pullback, but ultimately hoping for price to push below the 102.950 region here and break through this major weekly liquidity that I've been highlighting for you for some time now. We saw a trend expansion to the downside here. These are two interesting levels that I would look at if we saw a pullback into these levels for the dollar this week. However, since the start of the week, we really haven't gotten any pullback. It's kind of just kept pushing downwards. And that's the situation on every other dollar-based pair that we're going to look at now as well. So we need pullbacks. Overall, Euro, for example, has broken above this major weekly zone. We have gotten cranked up higher here. Looking at the intra-week chart and some details, we're looking for a pullback relative to this 1.08500 region here. Really haven't gotten it. So we'll continue to watch the 1 hour chart on all of these pairs in order to monitor flow, and we can go from there. GBPUSD, the pair that I watched the closest, kept on pushing higher, is continuing to push higher here. Pound has been relatively strong. We still have some room to the upside, lots of flow expansions. Same kind of idea and deal. We're looking for price to pull back relative to this H4 demand level here around 1.24800 or the major trend demand. This is our overall current phase that we're in. But again, just watching these lower time frames because that is going to be the marker of if we're going to get some sort of pullback or not. This is your sort of major intraday demand right here. Watching this level very closely, expecting that price will push a bit higher, but we do have FOMC minutes later today, so that's where we're at. If price gets below this level, again, looking for a pullback relative to 124.800, and that's just that. Looking at Aussie dollar, this one's a little bit less interesting to me just because it's been pretty shallow so far in its expansion attempt. However, we can see that we broke past all these weekly levels here. We broke past these equal highs here as well. Still looking quite bullish. Plenty of room to the upside until we get into this 0.66500 region here. And then looking at the H4 chart for a bit of details, we can see that again, kind of just a shallow pullback, attempting an expansion here. I would be looking for something like this where we get a push into a new flow high and then a retracement relative to this break and retest here. As of right now, I'm not really interested in this level, especially if we just kind of wick above this, because that would be showing us some exhaustion, and I would anticipate a slightly deeper pullback relative to that daily trend phase leg. Now, looking at US 100, Nasdaq, Dow Jones, whichever ones you're currently checking out. Oh, there we go. Free marketing. Looking at any of the US equities, we can see that as of right now, they're just kind of cranking upwards. They are all sort of rocket ships to the upside. I'm personally interested in a pullback relative to this phase here at about 15,800. FOMC minutes are happening, like I said, a few times now later today, so that might be the catalyst for this. But so long as price and a candle does not close below this level, then I think this is still valid and we'll keep on pushing higher. I think we still have some room to the upside. I believe it's around 16,600 when I was looking at my price targets. But really just looking for a pullback relative to this area here. We'll see what happens in this area and how that transition starts to look, but then we're looking for a push up higher, and we still have some room to run. So Nasdaq and GU are sort of the main ones that I'll be watching this week. Gold still has some room to the upside as well. However, it's in a bit of a sticky area, so this will be an interesting little bit. We're looking for price to continue and push up higher. If price can get above the 2010 price point, then I think we have room all the way up to 2040, 2050 roughly. So a break above this for all you gold traders could be quite interesting. We're looking for just continued push higher. Oh, we are in a sticky inflation area, and it's an interesting timing with FOMC. So, you know, obviously be careful, but I think a pullback relative to this very clear intra-week order flow, a pullback relative to this phase is going to provide you with a new opportunity to ride this thing up even higher. Now, if you're interested in understanding more about fundamentals, head over to that Discord. I dropped a free recap this morning on what happened so far from last week into this week on the dollar, euro, British pound, Japanese yen, and Aussie dollar. It's a good resource. There's plenty of good resources over there. I also post this technical analysis over there. I have some other stuff. You can DM me if you have any questions on there, so on and so forth. So the link for that is right below this video. Again, totally free Discord. There is a premium option if you would like to join that. It's even more detailed. I send a much more in-depth analysis, both fundamental and technical, out to all those members. So always an option. That's up to you. You know, relatively slow week, hopefully, with, you know, the Thursday holiday in the US. Maybe we get some moves. Just be patient. So far, there's really been nothing since the start of the week. So until next week, trade smart, trade safe. Mighty Fine, out.